as many of you know that in our classes, everybody get a chance to make that phone call and practice how to talk to real brokers, how to negotiate real loads, how to complete real paperwork. And after intense training, finally, this is a moment of truth. I'm so proud of all of my students because they improve so much, and they show me that with every phone call, with every question answered, and cannot be more happier than that. So I am proud instructor with my superstar students. So let's see, what did we do today?
Because I used to do search loads and I used to call them a lot of times, and like you said, we were at their mercy, but the post trucks is similar to what we are doing in search
The same, you see the same loads.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one of the things, and trying to reduce the deadhead that we already do, but trying to, like, if it's trying to do like a straight through, looking at the hours of service, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So do you feel like spending money for this class? Do you think that you actually learned something new because you have your own company, you have your own trucks, right? You are the owner of the car. You've been dispatching for what, 9 months already?
About 9 months, yeah.
About 9 months. So do you think that after this, you're really looking at this on a little bit different point of view, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because a lot of things changed, like asking the commodity, like, there's this, even in the class, we talked about commodities, like we have to ask them, hey, is this, sometimes they say recycled parts. That recycle, does that smell, the odor? Because it's a dry van. My dry vans are 2022.
Yeah. So do you want to put, so do you want to put that recycling garbage? No, you don't.
So like stuff like that, like negotiation and all that kind of stuff. And if it's floor loaded products, you got to get compensated for the, like, I'm not going to ask you for detention, but you got to pay me in advance for my time, for my driver's
now
time.
You understand floor loading or live loading, unloading. This is going to take, and that's why they put live loading, unloading, so they can eliminate paying you what? Paying you detention, because like, oh, didn't you see that it's a live loading? You should know, you are in logistics. That means that it's going to take a long time, right? What else is important? Well, it's important not to punishing your driver, right? So if he wants to be home at Saturday, you're gonna make plan on Saturday. So that's why eliminating deadheads, and instead of taking load, picking up at 6 p.m. So then Kimberly, he still, even though it's 300 miles, if for example, what if it would be delivering on Sunday, still drive all night? I mean, he's human. He probably wants to sleep. A lot of drivers, they don't like driving at night. Some of them do, but this is not as many as, so you want to make sure that he has time to stop, to eat, to sleep. That's when they want to work for you, especially if it's your company. So if you don't pay attention and you push your driver and you never bring him home, what's going to happen? He's going to quit working for you. Okay. So would you recommend my class?
Definitely.
Sounds good. 100%. I want to see that review. And you're never gonna sound like that person who called us about dispatching, right?
Oh, never.
Yeah, because now you understand why it is kind of nonsense. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Hi, I'm calling from Central Florida Dispatch Company. So do you have a minute to talk about dispatch services?
Oh, you are calling to offer dispatch services?
Yes.
Okay, guys. How long you been in business?
Sorry?
How long you've been in business? How long you've been dispatching?
Within 2 years.
2 years. Okay. What kind of trailers? What kind of trailers do you guys work with?
All trailers.
All trailers. Wow. How many dispatchers you have?
I have 6 to 7 dispatchers.
Okay. What are you guys charging for dispatch service?
Only for the 5% of lowest cost for the other companies, and also we will charge after delivering our service. You don't need to pay us net.
Okay, so one more time, you charge 5% for dispatch service?
Yeah, for load rates, like for each load for the 5%. And also we can find the good options for you, like with the approximately $2 to $3 per month.
But $2 and $3, it's a big difference. $2 and $3, it's a whole dollar there. So what are you
Like for the,
what are you
yeah.
averaging right now? What are you averaging this week for drive-ins?
For this week, which area, ma'am? Or
Midwest.
still like for the pickup area?
Midwest. We want to stay on Midwest.
Midwest. Give me a second. Drive am like for the is a 300 miles trip, so like pay for $900. Like for the $3 for the per mile for drive am.
I'm not talking about only one load. What are you averaging right now per week? Like what is your gross for drive-in and what is the rate per mile for the whole loads? Because we know in the logistics,
You
we
asked me like within a week how much loads we can book, right?
yeah. What is your gross for your drivers, right? How many carriers do you dispatch?
I have like 14 to 15 drivers for dispatching, and like for the average drivers carry one load for each day. Like some drivers like going to the big routes, like to the.
Well, I just asking you about average data. Can you give me average for drive-in per week? For example, we are having 10,000, 15,000, 20. Rate per mile is $5 per mile. So what is your average right now for drive-in on Midwest? What are you averaging gross per week?
Per week, give me a sec.
Like looking at the data, or you looking at actually your real carriers? Going and looking at the data thread lines, or you are looking at your real carriers? Can I have a real data for your dispatch service, not just a thread lines or data or truck stop? So can you tell me this carrier, AAA Transportation, that's what they did this week? Can I have the real data?
Yes, already I give the real data, and also like within a week for the drive and for the my drivers carry like earn the $10,000 to $11,000.
10 to 11,000. What is the rate per mile? So 11.
For the $3, $3.5, sometime $4.
Really?
I think sometime $5.
Really? Because it does not exist nowadays. So 11,000 divide by $3. So we're talking about 3,660 miles, which is not legal by hours of service. But you telling me that you have on Midwest, you have your all miles, $4, $5 per mile on all loads? Wow, you must be really good, guys.
No.
So who is your brokers? What are the brokers you're working with? Brokers who gives you $4 or $5 when everybody else is paying $2.50. Who is giving you $4 or $5 per mile? I'm sorry?
Sometimes like the brokers post a load within like the 250 mile trip and post the load within $600. Like let me force.
Okay, but if we are taking if we are taking loads for 200-300 miles, how we gonna end up with 11,000 gross, right? I mean, this is a short run. Yes, you can probably get $3-4 per mile.
Within a Midwest, like we can find the options for the drive and for the 300 miles trip, like the broker paying.
Okay, that's a short run. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes, yeah, short run has to pay $3.50, $4, but how are we gonna get with short run loads to 11,000 gross per week? Right? Even if you run 7 days, right? 7 days by $600, what is it gonna be give you? 700 multiplied by 6, what is it? You want to take the calculator? You want to take the calculator, then calculate it. So it's not 11,000 gross, right? We're talking about shorter runs. And I honestly ask you, can you give me example, not just, oh, sometimes we see the load. Can you tell me, here's the 5 companies we dispatch, because you said you have 7 people dispatching, right? So you probably have how many trucks? You said that you cover 14, 15?
Listen, man, like in a day, like driver get the loads for the 500 miles, okay, for the one day trip. You multiply the 500 as to like the 6, 5, 6,
By what?
Calculate.
Multiply by what?
500 multiplied by 6.
Okay, so
Within a
3,000,
week,
3,000,
driver
yeah, so
drive
3,000, okay.
3,000,
So 3,000 miles, okay, then what?
3,000.
Then you said that
Yeah,
it's 11,
miles.
11,000 divided
Yeah,
by
and-
3,000, which 366 per mile.
$3,000 multiplied by $3.5, like the 10,500 for the per week.
Okay,
And
so,
I'm asking you 10,000 to 11,000.
okay,
in
but
a week.
let me ask
The
you this
approximately-
now. We do not have $3.50 for drive-in on Midwest. So this data is not realistic. So
But-
why would the broker give you 350 when they all pay 267, 275? This is a national data. They would be out of the business. Because why? Because you have a special connection? Maybe that's why I'm asking you. Are you guys that good? You have a special loads, you have special brokers. What is the name of your dispatch company? Can I search you on the
Okay. Central Florida Dispatch Company.
Central Florida Dispatch? And where are you guys located?
Located in like the 172 128th Street, Orlando, Florida.
Okay, so
Postal
you guys are located in Orlando. How many dispatchers are working in the office?
for dispatchers,
Uh-huh.
7 to 8. 7 to 8.
So 7 to 8 trucks per dispatchers. How many dispatchers do you have?
No, I have like 8 dispatchers.
Oh, you have
and
8 dispatchers.
16 trucks.
Oh, so you guys have 8 people who dispatch in 16 trucks? 2 trucks per,
Yes.
2 trucks per
Like,
dispatcher?
Each person,
So they,
each person finds the loads for 2 trucks.
yeah, so probably they do not live in USA because I don't think you can afford to pay them the salary a week to live in USA for dispatching only 2 trucks. So they are outside of the country, right?
Pet products, pet care products. All right, perfect. Yep, we can log this for 25.
All right, what's a good email for you?
It's going to be Silk Road America Inc. at gmail.com. The Inc is INC.
Silk Road America Inc. at Gmail.
Yep.
What was your name?
My name is Alex, ALEX.
All right, my name is Barry, so give me a few minutes and then we'll get this over to you.
Got it. Thank you. And what is a good callback number for you, sir?
Same number you called, extension 7266.
7266 Barry. All right. Thank you, sir.
Wow, good job. You are my official #1 star in the class. Stop sharing.
Yeah, bravo.
Yes, look at that. That's a great job.
Yeah. Thank you.
25. So now, why is it a great job? Because look, while you were doing all this, right? I already put everything together. I told you I want to end up with 265 for all mile. And that's where you finally put me with all of this, with a great 8,500 something, right? For week, being again in a good area in Georgia, right? So is that possible? So what did he do? He was paying attention, and that straight shorter run tomorrow for 146. Well, first it saves us time on what? On his clock, so we can still make this transit and make that money. And it puts us as an early truck, right?
Yep.
This is what I call perfect dispatching. #1 star officially. Officially, I'm smiling. You made
Yep.
me smile today. Carrie, if you want to log in, you can probably log in because Ramu left and you made me proud.
Learning. We still get the same loads like this, but what happens is Right now, I was like asking him like, hey, it's a Saturday pick. I negotiated everything. That's why I was muted, because we were doing all that stuff. Because I told him, hey, it's a Saturday, you know, he has a family, but he needs to make money, so he's on the road. So what you can do for us here, brother? And then he started, you know, going up. I actually asked him 26.50, and then he's like, 25 is the best I can do.
And what was it? Was it posted for what? Or was no price?
No, it was no price.
So what did he started with?
2,200.
So 22. So see, now you got to 25,300, but you validated. Remember, even with that guy, why are you giving me 1850? Well, because I have early truck, good guy, on time. We do a good job for you. So this is now professional negotiation, not just, oh, can you give me, please, don't be greedy, give me $100. Right? Do you hear that all the time in negotiation?
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. Or Eastern European drivers is like, okay, the load is paying 100. I want 3,000. Really? Okay, goodbye. And then they say, so this has to have logic, right?
Yeah.
I'll be in Kenosha tonight, right?
Right. Okay. So he's going to start his day, and then he's going to go pick up, and then he's going to go deliver straight at 2:30.
Straight through, and he's gonna head to Davenport, Iowa tomorrow night.
Right. So I was thinking from 3:30, if he picks up something in Sterling, Illinois, like a small run, because tomorrow's Saturday pickup is at noon. So he can deliver.
Oh, we're not playing magic games. No, it's not gonna happen. No, we have a good load. That's too many.
Let's not risk it.
That's too. Yeah, if you would not have this load, no, I'd better have him head, sleep there, get loaded, because if he's not gonna use all hours on Friday, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna have recap hours. I want him to get loaded. I want him to check in at Iowa, not at noon. I want him to check in ASAP on Saturday so he can get to me to Georgia, Fairburn on Sunday, probably 10-11. Stay there and start his restart. So he's gonna be ready for me by Monday night. Or if he's gonna have enough, and I know that he probably gonna have enough recap hours from Georgia, I can still bring him to Chicago and make him do restart in Chicago, because I already kind of calculated that it's gonna have enough recap to bring me him to Chicago. Need to make sure that the first things come first: posting, minimizing, knowing how you're gonna route. Is that Friday? Is that Saturday? And I did tell you, well, the driver lives in Chicago, or we're gonna go through Chicago, he stops, or he's gonna keep going because we have hours. Secondary, it was harder for you because you don't have two screens, you don't really have setup, you have to be comfortable, you need to make sure you do this, right? Just doing the same thing over and over and over. Just because, you know, for me sometimes it's easier because I know distance, but do I still check? I cannot predict what market was doing yesterday in Kansas City, or tomorrow, or what is there on Sunday. If that would be that easy, but no, and especially market changes. And market now and market in the winter, it's totally different market. The last summer, it was totally different market. And I probably see in August, in September, we still gonna see decrease. That's gonna be even harder. So if you don't make that plan, your driver is gonna be sitting with no loads, or you're gonna make poor decisions that they are gonna go out of business because they don't even make money, right? Because driving and making profit, still making profit, this is two different things, because a lot of people still book the loads, they drive, they go around, but do they make money? Right?
Absolutely gorgeous and amazing. I mean, one day I would love to be in, you know, somewhere behind you.
Well,
so it's just what you said. It takes practice, and I feel like it'll all come together for me. I know you running through it, but when I start doing it myself, because I have to see and do it myself to make it perfect for me. I do understand everything you're saying. It's just that I have to connect it in my mind, like the other lady said. Yeah, it has to connect in my mind. And I have been in logistics. I've been in logistics in the military. So this is a little bit different. Every part of logistics is different, you know, and I move equipment.
Mhm.
So I'm an equipment person. I manage equipment. That's what I do. So I have to manage travel and distance, and I have to bring all that together in my mind. You know, just like you were saying, you just told me like deadheads, distance, miles, HOS. I have to consider all of those things when I'm, you know, actually.
Plus, we
setting
have
these
market,
guys up.
right? We have market. If it would be so,
Yeah.
for example, if it would be the rule, if it's a drive-in, you calculate and all the miles gonna be $3 per mile. If it's a reefer, it would be 4. If it's a step deck, it would be 5. Then it would be easier, right? Everybody would be in trucking. So market
Right.
plays a really big part in it, and especially now, you are guys what? You are guys in a low market. So if you can learn to do this in low market, believe me, when the market goes back, it's so easy. That's why the classes like winter, oh my God, they were so sassy. Why? The moment we paused the truck, we were receiving 20 phone calls. But I can tell you this, whoever can learn to dispatch in a low market will learn faster, because why? Now you making, instead of 1 phone call, you're making 20 phone calls to connect. Now, instead of just taking anything, wow, you need to really think, right? But I mean, Kimberly, you have everything. You just, again, today was kind of preview how it goes. And we had some good phone calls, hopefully, right? We saw how it goes. We did some things. So now you see how it goes. Of course, you're going to be comfortable. It's going to be your driver. It's going to be your setting. It's going to be your way of dispatching. It doesn't have to be like me, blah, 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 blah. Like, look at Brian. He was not as fast as me, but he knew the steps. He has his own way and he's more calm. So did he still get the loads? Yes. For me personally, because it's my personality, I don't have patience. I want to be done. Because again, Kimberly, I don't do just this, right?
Right.
I'm multitasking, right? You don't have to be me. You don't have to be me. You just have to use my knowledge, my logic, all the mistakes I already did for you guys. I did every mistake is possible. I did. So learn from my experience and just start, because that's the main thing. But
yeah, you gave us a lot of notes to go back and be like, okay, let me go back through the steps again. Let me memorize this. I go back to your videos. If you know, if I don't, I say, okay, let me just go back to this video and fill out how to fill out.
Because now, see, after today, when you're gonna rewatch some of the videos, you're like, oh, that's why we did this, right? So that's why today you're not done. Today, actually, what are you doing? Give yourself 3-day break. You restarting by yourself from beginning. From equipment, from this, redo this again. Start now, you know how to do this. And that's when you only, probably after another month, you can start really looking for carriers. Don't jump into this and do not sound like that gentleman, because what's gonna happen, Kimberly, if you're not gonna have that in you, yeah, you're gonna be like robot, but somebody's gonna give you chance.
Yeah.
And if you still don't have that confidence, you're gonna ruin that chance. So I'd better for you to take another 3-4 weeks. Go through this, prepare, and maybe even say, Alex, you know what? That's what I want to advertise. Look at this. Maybe even send me, what are you planning to offer them, right? And I will reply to you and say, and hope.
A lot in this class. I come from a transportation background of passenger vans.
Okay.
I had 4 passenger vans and I ran those. And I learned a lot. There's a lot of things to learn in this field. And there's a lot of steps to go through. But I feel once you get a carrier to work with, then you learn everything. And as long as you have the basics of learning how to book a load, learning how to talk to people about a load, then you can do very well, because it becomes automatic. You ask the same questions over and over again. Because I've watched your videos also, a lot of your videos, and you're asking the same questions on every load. Commodities, where's the pickup? Can I get there at a certain time? Can I get it to drop off at a certain time? Because you want to know as much as you can, and people admire that about you because they see that you're knowledgeable when you talk about a load to them.
But it's not about me, just Robert. This is actually steps.
Yeah,
you
steps.
need to do, not to book nonsense, right?
Yes. You want to book a load.
Those are steps. I wish I would not sound like a broken record if all the information would be there, right? Then I don't have to ask, but those are actually main things which will prevent you to making their own decisions, right? Wait,
yes. The big thing I learned today was to book a load to a popular place where it's going. That way you can get the next load out of there. That's the most, not that send it to a dead city.
Exactly. Plus transit, right? Plus plus preparing. Don't jump in from, if you're there, make sure you have a map, make sure you have this, make sure you look at the transit, right?
Yes.
So hopefully you did not take it personally, me pushing you, right?
Oh, I don't take it personally. I have
But
thick skin.
you have thick skin. We and actually, but believe it or not, in trucking you have to have a thick skin because it's
Oh, yeah.
today people did not swear at us. Today we did not get hand up, but believe me, that's happening all the time. But
Oh, I know.
would you recommend our training if somebody really wants to start dispatching?
Yes, I would recommend it to them.
Okay, but probably finishing homeworks, right? Rereading and start putting every day into it, right? You cannot
Yes.
just not to do anything for 3 weeks and then just, oh, let me catch up now. It's a process. That's why we spread them out. That's why you have to get ready. And you do need to go back and finish those, all the tests if you did not finish, and finish all those assignments. I don't care how long it's going to take you, even those zones, just go back and finish it because it's going to help you to understand, should I take my drive-in to Pittsburgh? No, probably not. The Pittsburgh is big for steel, for heavy loads, for coil. So no, but do you want maybe to take him to Toledo, Cleveland? Well, there is an already driving shipments, right? But the best way to go to Cincinnati, that's where all the craft, macaroni and cheese, blah, 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 right? So see, knowing the commodities, you can even go by the map. And that's what I want to put in your head. Yeah, and that's how our day ended up. We booked 4 loads, actually 5, because we just booked 1 on Coyote. We made sure invoicing is done, 2 setups were done, and our drivers keep moving and making money. Look at my students. Some of them had no experience. They know what they need to do. Some of them already dispatching, but they come to me to improve their negotiation. And today we saw our superstar. Look at him, the confidence. Now, is he going to be more profitable? Yes. Now he's opening his eyes to the new possibility, maybe building the outsourcing dispatch class. And that's what we do. We give you an opportunity to become successful, to service trucking industry, maybe become a part of this industry as a broker, as a carrier, but definitely, even if you're not going to become independent dispatchers, you can become safety and compliance specialist. You can actually do lots and lots of things. Sign up for my class and I will make sure you will be my next start. And here I am, Alex, your sassy dispatch girl. Bye.